Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of Inside Me with your host, Nick Racioppi. Kick it!
Everything I want to talk about is inside me.
Well, I had to pick up my pen. Look. You ever accidentally get yourself in trouble? You ever accidentally get yourself in trouble? Well, I do that. I do that often. I do it often. Oops. You know, I get myself in trouble. A couple of things I want to talk about this week. First of all, I think you guys have noticed the stickers are still available, and so is that subscribe button. So do me a favor. Click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. Click that subscribe button. You already know what to do. Look, click the subscribe button if you haven't already. If this is your first time to the podcast, welcome. If you're a returning person, hey, welcome back. You know? Oh, welcome back. I got some stuff I want to talk about this week. Weird intro. I know, guys. It's getting different. Also, don't forget, stickers are still available. Hit me up through Instagram. But I got a new Nalgene. It has changed the Nalgene game for me. It's got a smaller mouth, as you can see. Or if you can't hear, you can listen. You can listen to the glurp glurp. I was tired of... I was trying to explain it to people. When you drink from a normal Nalgene, the mouth hole is just too damn big. It's just too damn big. It's for like survivalism out in like an area where there's not water available from a spigot, and you got a large mouth, and you can go to a river and grab you some water. You can grab some water, and that's cool. I don't need that. I want a small mouth hole so I can get my lips around it and drink without getting it on my clothes. I don't want to get it on my clothes. I want to get it in my throat so we can hydrate my body, you know? I don't want to wear it. I want to be the water, like Bruce Lee used to say. Be the glass. No, he says be water. Be water. It takes the form of every object it assumes. Be like water. Flow. Other than that addition, stained my pants today, so that was fun. Making a cake. I was making a cake for a barbecue, and when I went to go fucking stir the shit up, bloop, got some oil on my pants. Now, did they stain my favorite bathing suit? Yes, they did. Will the stain come out? Probably not, which is fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm not getting mad. You're getting mad, not me. It's okay, I guess. We'll use OxyClean or Tide Pen, whatever, feasible option there is. I'm not going to do like sugar and salt and like all these weird home remedies. I'm not going to do that because it's just a pair of shorts, Now, am I really upset that am I fuming at the fucking ears thinking about my stain every couple of minutes? I am. Am I getting like a guttural rage because I now have a stain on my favorite bathing suit? And not just one, I have 3. Yeah, you could say that. Be safe to assume. But as I started off the podcast, talked myself back into trouble. Has that ever happened to you guys? You accidentally get yourself into trouble just because you speak too much? That's my problem. People are always like, that Rassy kid, he needs to watch his mouth. Not because of a bad thing. It's because I just talk myself into situations I don't need to. As my friend would say, self-inflicted wounds. Last week I essentially got in trouble again because I showed my wife the other video of what I thought was a full apology was not an apology in her eyes, and then it re-sparked the argument. Re-sparked the argument, And I found, and here's the thing, I've found that this happens a lot to me. I'll think I'm doing the right thing, and I'm not doing the right thing at all. Instead, you should just be quiet and stop instigating things or exacerbating, whatever situation it is. But hey, that's what I do. I speak, I breathe, I drink, I fuck. I do all 5 of those. Sometimes, if I can get them all in one experience, ooh, dude. Ooh. I'm starting to get a cramp because I've been drinking so much goddamn water. Ooh, dude, if I can get all those where I can eat, breathe, drink, talk, and fuck, dude. Get my frig on, dude. If I can get my frig on and eat, ooh, it's the best. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking that bullshit, that chocolate-covered strawberry shit. I'm talking all of it. I want to eat a cheeseburger. I want to eat a double, I want to put a salad on the bed and take bites every once in a while. Or maybe we're in a porta potty. Who knows? Who knows where we're at? We're spontaneous. We're fun. We're a young, good-looking couple. We could do it wherever we want to. We could do it wherever we want. We could do it. We could do it on the floor. We could do it in the bathroom. We could do it on the ceiling if we wanted to. We could tape ourselves to the ceiling. Get down, but up at the same time. Hey. No, but look, I fucking talk myself. Look, I showed her the video like a fucking idiot, and I'm like, I'm breathing, I'm panting like I'm a magician who just revealed this, big fucking trick. Yeah, you good? All right? No? You don't like it? No, now I'm fucking mad. Now I'm horrified because you fucking brought it the fuck back up. What the fuck? What was your fucking end game with this fucking video? And I'm like, I started getting nervous because I'm like, but look, I'm just, and this could happen with anything, right? Like if you say something slick earlier in the day and you're like, we're going to be late because you're getting your hair done. And then you leave at the time that you prescribed that would be late. You leave past that time, but then you make it there on time, and then they're looking at you, and you kind of talk yourself into trouble because now you were talking about being late the whole fucking time, but then you had just misread like traffic or other outside things that could affect your trip. And hey, you make it on time, and then she's like, "Oh, so what?" And now she's mad at you the whole night because you said and you had proclaimed for like the whole beginning of the whole thing, like getting ready and getting the kids out of the door or whatever the fuck. And you're like, we're going to be late. And then she looks at you and she's like, oh yeah, no, it's funny because we thought we were going to be late. And she just looks at you or him. They just look at you. Yeah, because we're so late. We're just so late. So late. You're like, all right, I fucking get it, dude. But God forbid, like if you try and get one in, if you try to get one in, not possible. Why do you have to be such a fucking asshole? Why do you have to be such a freaking dick? Why do you have to be a dick? You're like, I don't know. I'm just rubbing it in your face the way you rub it in my face. I don't fucking rub it in your face. Name a time I've rubbed it in your face. And you're just like looking dumb as fuck on the spot. Like, what's the time she rubbed it in my face? What's the time she rubbed it in my face? What's the time she rubbed it in my face? And then you get one and you're like, fuck you. Yes, this time. And she's like, I didn't even really do that. Like, it was like, she like completely undermines it. She takes the legs out from under it. Or he, you guys get what I'm saying. Your significant other. I'm just saying she because that's my significant other. It's the only point of reference I have. If I was gay and I had a boyfriend or I was married to another gentleman, yes, I'd be saying that. But that's just my point of reference. Don't roast me for it, okay? I'm just saying what I know. And they're just sneak dissing you the rest of the night, wherever, whatever get together it's at. Now, it's just funny because we thought we were going to be late. And then she just looks at you again, dude. She's like looking at you from across the room, just giving you, dude, staring daggers at you. But yeah, dude, I talk myself into trouble, and I'm fucking sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like waiting for approval, and bubkiss. I got bubkiss. In fact, I managed to work my way into another argument. So that's life. That's me. It's talk myself into some trouble. Trouble. Should have named that episode Talking into Trouble. Oops. You know? It's okay. Look, we're adults. We talked it over. We're still waiting to talk it over. I'm just kidding. We have. It's okay. It's squashed. It's good. We're good. We're good. I'm not nervous. You could come in this room at any time because she's extremely mad at me. I'm not mad. She's mad. Oh man, isn't that shit so crazy though? Like, dude, like there's no other human being that I'm scared scared of in the world. Like, I'm not afraid of anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. Like, there are scary people in the world. I am not afraid of anybody unless it's my wife when she's mad at me, because I don't know what she's going to do when we get home. Like, if we're out and we come home and she's got some shit that she wants to get off of her chest, stand by, dude. Just stand aside, let her walk through the door. And then, there's been a couple of times where she solved the issue in public, which was equally terrible. But, dude, having those arguments where you're like pinching your lips, right? Because you don't want to wake the kids up. You guys know what I'm talking about. The arguments. You guys have talked sternly to each other before. I don't want to hurt anybody's ears by using fucking, the wrong verbiage. But hey, look, when you fucking, oh my God, and then like you're hitting that, oh my God, no, like that's what you're, oh my God, you're mad about that? That's not even what I meant. Those arguments. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted to be sober, dude. We don't fight as much as when I'm not drinking, dude. I'm 2 weeks down, baby. Let's do that. Technically, I guess I'm 3 because these are pre-recorded episodes, you cucks. Sorry, I'm taking this one thing out of my pocket because it's annoying. My Zyn. These nicotine packets have been fucking saving my life. End note. They've been saving my life. They've been good. I dig them. I'm not vaping anymore. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm trying to get my shit together, I'm trying to be a better father. I'm trying to be a better, role model for my kids. Want to train more. My kids don't want to do it. Here's the thing. Have you guys ever had like a cousin or like a brother or maybe even kids of your own where you want them to do something? And I'm sure this is the age-old question, right? Anytime anybody's younger than you and they kind of look up to you and you want them to do the things that you're doing, but they just won't. My kids are like so in between on training, jiu-jitsu or karate or I said any of it. Like, you could do any of it. But my daughter wants to do like gymnastics and dance. And I'm like, what you going to do? Why are you trying to go to class getting your freak on, dude? You don't need to go to that. You want to learn how to defend yourself. I promise you, this world is brutal. And I'm like talking to a fucking 4-year-old the way I should not be talking to a 4-year-old, but I am. So it's like, she's fucking doing her thing and she's like, I just want to dance. Look at this thing. And then she like kicks her foot way up. And I'm like, see, that's fucking karate. You're already doing it. You could do everything that you want to do in dance, but you could learn how to protect yourself at the same time. And you don't want to do that. She's like, no, I want to go to dance. I want a gymnast. I want a gymnast. And I'm like, okay, that's cool and all, but like, what are you going to get out of that? What are you going to get out of that? Other than what, you want to go up on the rings? You want to go up on the double bars? Come on. You can learn how to kick. You can hit the boards, dude. I'm like raising both of my kids like they're sons. My son doesn't even want anything to do with it. He's like, I'm fucking over this shit, which is fine. I think he's gonna be he's gonna either be an artist or a scholarly kid. I don't foresee him playing sports. He's been taking an interest in soccer, and I think he just likes kicking the ball, which I guess is a start. Everybody who enjoys a sport likes one aspect of the sport, and then their parents are like, hey, there's a whole sport like that, right? And they're like, what? I didn't know I could ride a horse and hit a ball. That's amazing, Dad. Why don't you get me into that? And then you realize that, horseback polo, if that's what it's called. I don't know if it's horseback polo because I know there's water polo. Why would it not be called horseback polo? But either way, they're playing fucking polo or whatever it is. Or is it horseback cricket? Is it horseback cricket or is it horseback polo? Because I don't know which one's which. Either way, it's like, the dad's like, they play a whole sport where you can ride a horse and hit a ball with a very long stick. It's up to you, And they're like, really? I can do that? And then lo and behold, they start getting into that, or they move into equestrian because they don't want the contact. Or it's like, hey, Dad, can you throw me that rock? I'm going to hit it with this stick. You're like, they play a whole sport like this. It's called baseball. And they're like, baseball? Yeah, baseball. And, it consists of 4 bases, 5 if you want to count the pitcher's mound. And it's 5 bases, 4 bases, whatever you want to call it. There's a box. You got to hit within the box with the baseball, and if the batter hits the ball, you get a point. There's a point system, and you just rack up points. You either get somebody to base or another base, or you can hit it. What we call a home run, which would then be 1 full point, unless you have multiple bases loaded or people on bases, and then that's it. And that would be my description of baseball to him. But he's not even interested in baseball. We're thinking maybe soccer. He likes kicking the soccer ball, but now his aim is all off and shit. So I'm trying to coach him through that and get somewhat good at least kicking a ball. So if we try and get him onto a team, he can do the basic need of a soccer team, which is kick it. Yeah, we just got to get these kids a little bit more active. It's the battle of every parent. The kids obviously don't want to do shit, and for a very long time in my life, I didn't do shit either. And then when I got to high school and everything, I wasn't behind athletically. I worked eventually into it, but I wasn't. I didn't even know the rules of football when I went to high school. I didn't know the rules of football. I just knew how to throw the football. So that's the issue I'm talking about here. There's still people in the world that don't know how to play football. There's still people in the world that don't know how to play baseball, and I just want my kids to be able to do whatever the fuck they want. So I'm going to give them the information that they want, or the information that they'll need in order to progress in life. And if they want to use the shit, cool. If not, hands off now. We're Bluetooth in this bitch. We're hands free. I can teach you everything I can, and then Bluetooth. That's it. Bluetooth. Yeah. But other than that, dude, I talked myself into some trouble. And I think most of conversations people have with each other are usually talking yourself in or out of trouble. There really aren't that many conversations. You ever get caught up in a lie and you're like, ooh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it to that birthday party this weekend. I got this fucking, and then on the fly, you're like trying to make up an excuse. I got this fucking thing that I don't, it's across the nation. I don't even, and sports and you're just blabbering words until the conversation's over. That happens too. And I know you guys go through it. It's okay. Somebody invites you out to the bar. You really don't want to go out and drink. You just kind of want to sit home alone and not be bothered because it's your only day off and you don't want to spend it socializing with people who you don't even know, who are then going to get even more drunk and then spill shit on you. I get it. All right. That's the same vibe I'm picking up now. All right. I'm feeling the room. Vibe check. That is the official vibe check. And I get it. So you're allowed to just say no. Just say no. Don't lie. Don't talk yourself into it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just, it is what it is. My buddy's really good at doing that. Hey man, we're doing a barbecue. He's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to fill my day with other people's plans when this is my only day off. It's valid. And thank you for your honesty. Also, be a little bit more social, I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy. No, so I missed Father's Day last week, and I'd like to tell you guys a short poem/story that I guess it wouldn't even be remotely close to a poem. I just wanted to say the word poem, I guess, in that sentence. And because it felt like an open mic, flash pop, slam poetry, introduction. And now we're bringing Nicholas Racioppi to the stage, who will be executing a short poem in the slam category. Beep, boop, bop. Cynthia, who died for our sins, Thea. That would be something I would do. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Open mics aren't going to be happening for me for a while because I'm gone. And that's, maybe that's what I do. I do some slam poetry in my room to myself. People are going to think I'm crazy, but it's okay. No, but Father's Day, shout out to all the dads out there. I missed you last week. Juneteenth to me was a little bit more of an important thing for me to cover, so I wanted to make sure I covered that. Shout out to dads everywhere, though, because I know you guys are in the trenches. You guys are going through it. You can only be asked, may I have a popsicle, so many times before you snap and uncontrollably rage and see red and eventually give in and give them a popsicle because it's summertime and they are allowed to have a popsicle when they choose. It's not that big of a deal. Yes, we know the little plastic thing, you have to open it for them, but that's okay. It's okay. You can still hand it to them. They're going to get it all over the place. They're going to get it on their mouths. They're going to get it on their shirts. They're going to get it on the counter. They're going to get it on the floor. They're going to get it everywhere. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just step from the ledge. Daddy's got you. Let me soothe you with some comic relief. All right? The popsicle isn't worth it. Just give them the popsicle. They're allowed to have the popsicles. You bought the popsicles so they could have the popsicles. Yes, I know. I know dinner is about to be happening, right? You know you're about to eat, and the popsicle shouldn't be had before dinner because we know we've spoken about that multiple times throughout the day, actually, and then the day before that, and the day before that, and probably the days after. But you know what we're getting at here is that it's okay, and we know that all the dads around the world are going through they're going through it. They're in the trenches, unless you're the dad that left, and that sucks because you're an asshole. But you know. I made a post, you know, hanging out with my dad. Yes, it's true. I know. I've said it multiple times. It's true. I don't know my dad. I know. Which is why Juneteenth was so fucking good for me, you know? At least we finally got a holiday I can celebrate. You guys didn't like that one? Come on now. Juneteenth was the best, dude. Father's Day sucks. Father's Day sucks when you ain't got no dad, dude. When you ain't got no dad. Daddy. Where is my super suit? No, it was a good holiday to celebrate, and I actually wound up educating a couple of people on it because they had no idea what Juneteenth was. So there's that. But they'll know what Columbus Day is, and they'll know, you know, Father's Day. They know those holidays, but they don't know Juneteenth, and some of them were black. Whoa, hey, what you doing? You know your history, know your worth. No, so Father's Day was always dude, ever since I had my kids, Father's Day has been a good one, but like Father's Day was always so rough. You know, I've had some father figures in my life. I'm not saying I'm not raised by males at all, but never had one to call my own. What if I just started sobbing on the podcast? Never had a dad. That ugly ass crying. You know what I'm talking about? That's how my son looks when you tell him you can't have the popsicle, dude. He starts making that ugly cry face, dude. Every time my kid's face, both of them, when they both start that like they're about to cry face, it's the pre-cry face. Every time they're about to start that shit, I immediately it becomes so comical to me. I can't not laugh at them when they're doing like, so they're straight faced, and it's like that. I don't know if you guys have seen the filter on TikTok where it shows the face and it starts at like 20 or whatever, but then as you go to smile, it'll exacerbate your fucking smile, or not exaggerate, or it'll exaggerate your frown. That's literally how my kids look when they're about to cry. The frown face, right out the window, dude. It's done. It's on sight for me. I will immediately laugh. On sight, dude. No, you can't have the popsicle. I love popsicle. Popsicle. And they're just saying popsicle, but they're also like, they're trying to work out the words that they want to get the popsicle with. Oh, dude, that's too funny. What the fuck was I getting at with this? Oh yeah, Father's Day. I got a Father's Day story for you guys. My son's getting a little bit more witty, dude, and it's cracking me the fuck up. It's cracking me the fuck up. So I think we're gonna close the podcast out with this, but here's the story, right? So I'm arguing with him on Father's Day. I'm trying to remember the story. Sorry, guys. So we had just done a bunch of balloons, water balloons, and I filled them up. We had a blast. We threw them at each other. Side note, I, as an adult now, as an adult parent with kids, water balloons are now my favorite water activity. I get to punish these kids, but also have fun, and it's all in good fun. It's like Nerf wars. Any time where there's a foam stick where I can hit them, or a padded stick. Most trampoline parks will have, like the little balance beam with the knocker things. and water balloons now. I can add that to the list. There is nothing more fun than making like a 40-yard pass to the back of your kid's head. When they're just running, they're like trying to run away, but they're not zigging or zagging, and you just fucking... Ugh. And they even do that, like, they go to, like, fall because the weight of the balloon just kind of knocked them off their running path, so they're kind of low-key falling. And they're trying to catch themselves as they're falling. Oh, my God, dude. And here's the worst thing. If you get some tough balloons, like those, we got the ones that have the nozzles, right? And they just automatically fill up the water for you, and then you just give it a quick jerk and all the balloons come off. So much better. Thank you, whoever the young adult was and or older adult who saw the imperfection of, individually bagging water a million times just to have some fun. It's quick. You turn the nozzle on, done, break it off, next one. You can have like 60 balloons done in like a matter of 2 minutes. If you're close to the spigot. The issue we were having is that I kept walking to and from the spigot and the end of the hose and turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, turning it on 6 or 7 times was quite annoying. But, I did it anyway because I'm a fucking loving father and I wanted them to have fun with water balloons as much as I did. But either way, I'd asked my kids to clean up the water balloon trash, right? Because obviously when you throw the water balloon and it pops, there's plastic and latex and rubber bands and whatever the fuck else is in the grass. You got to pick that shit up. I'm not just going to have, a clown yard, right? Where there's just all these, shillings of old balloons in our front yard. So I asked them to pick it up. They didn't pick it up after like 4 or 5 times. I tried asking nice. I tried asking moderately nice. I rose my voice and then I yelled, right? That was the escalation of force. That's usually my escalation of force. It goes, ask kindly, say please and thank you. Ask kindly again, just a little bit louder. Get loud, but not loud enough where it shakes them. And then creep up on them like a praying lion. Scare the fuck out of them by saying, why isn't this done yet? At the top of my lungs with some baritone from the diaphragm. The, my loud shit, the fucking, your diaphragm. It comes from there, and I kind of bark it at them rather than yell. You don't want to yell from your voice. You want to yell from your diaphragm. And that'll, it'll just help you parent more. It gets your baritone in there. It makes you seem a lot more angry. And you can speak coherent sentences. If you ever try to yell and speak a coherent sentence, you'll blow your throat out. You'll blow your throat out like fucking Christy Mack, You'll just, it'll never be the same. So I asked them to do it, and then when they didn't do it, hey, what did I do? I told them to go to their rooms. Hey, who couldn't see that happening, right? Well, when I told my son to go to his room, he walks upstairs. He's about to slam the door. I said, if you slam that door, I'm going to come in there. And I said it real stern with my fucked up finger. I said, if you close that door, I'm going to come in there. And he said, no, you're not, because I'm going to lock it. And I said, oh, you're going to lock it. Oh, you're thinking I won't bust that door down. Dude, I shit you not. Through the crack of the door, you can maybe see him like this. Like he's got one eyeball exposed looking at me, and I'm at the stairs, and his door is kind of like a straight shot to his room, right? So he's staring at me, I'm staring at him, and he says, well, if you bust it down, you're going to have to clean it and fix it. And the motherfucker got me. I'm sitting there staring. Breathing intensely. And I start to smirk, dude, because that shit was, dude, it started eating me alive, dude. That was one of the funniest, rebuttals my son's ever had. Because it was true. Who was going to clean it? Who's going to clean it and fix it? Who's going to pay for it? No, I'm not saying I was actually going to bust the door down, but what I'm getting at is in this hypothetical scenario, my son has then answered back with a smart yet prompted answer that was super necessary for me to hear, because I thought I was going to, I'm sitting here trying to not intimidate him. I was intimidating him. But I'm trying to fucking let him know, like, you know, there will be repercussions if he locks that door and if he closes it or if he slams it, whatever the fuck. And I'm trying to give him, you know, different ultimatums for his actions. And what happened was he completely disregarded those. And then he is his father's son and said something very smart-ass-ish. Very smartly. Smart. He said it very... He's being a fucking smart-ass. You guys know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I don't know the fucking words. But you guys get what I'm saying? And I couldn't do anything but laugh, dude. And then he started giggling. But then the whole situation was diffused, dude. The fucking laughter brought it out of us. We were good. We were good. He started cleaning up his room. I didn't even ask him to do that. He's cleaning up his room. I'm, you know, downstairs getting ready for dinner. I don't know why I just said that as if I was like getting ready for dinner. Like I'm sitting there stretching and fucking making sure I'm limber for dinner. But it was just one of those moments, dude. And I know we're definitely going to butt heads a lot, especially with him growing up probably in his later years. Because I talk to my kids very real. Very real. I don't sugarcoat things. The only downside is that every once in a while he'll fire off with some hard shit like, Dad, I like sharks. It just really sucks that they kill people at an alarming rate in the ocean. Yeah, man. Well, shark attacks aren't that common. Yeah, but they, they'll eat your stomach first because it's softer, and some of your organs will come out and they'll eat those too. Yeah, man. They sharks are pretty ruthless. Yeah. You know what my favorite shark is? Those are like conversations I have with my son. He'll ask me that shit. So it's you got to find a good balance where you're talking to them realistically, but then also they're going to repeat what you say. So if you're talking some gory shit, right? Like if it's a fucking, a lion eating a gazelle, ooh, not much you can do. Nat Geo's going to show it. Nat Geo does a pretty good job about keeping the blood out of it. I try not to watch them too much violent shit, but that's also a lie because they watch, cartoons where people are hitting each other, and they, I have him watch. He's watched the DC animated movies with me. Some of those can get pretty bloody, and I just let him know that it's fake, and he knows that. So, but it gives him a little bit more of a realistic outlook on life, where he knows that there are repercussions for like hitting people. So it's easier in that sense. But every once in a while, we'll be in the store and he'll just like, ooh, dang. Could you imagine if that laptop fell on you? It would smush your head and all the blood and stuff would go everywhere. And like the couple looking at the iWatches is like, did that kid just fucking say what I think he just fucking said? And then my stupid ass would be like, no, dude, the laptop's not heavy enough for that to happen. You would have to like hit somebody with that in order for that to happen. And they're like, did the dad just answer that question with a more realistic question of why the laptop wouldn't smush his head? That's the shit that me and my son do, especially out in public. So there you go. That's my Father's Day story. Fun stuff. I think we'll cap it here. Look, I love you guys. Thank you for showing support. If you guys want to send out the podcast and, phone a friend. Be like, hey, are you into podcasts? I know. I just started this one This is literally how the conversation should go. I just started this new podcast. I don't know if you've heard of it. Inside Me by Nick Racioppi. He's about 45, 46 episodes in. He's done some interviews. It's super funny. You should do it. You should just watch it. Like, give it a listen. See how you like it. Like, if that's how the conversation would go, I wouldn't be mad, But also, help me out here because I'm based off your guys' support. And if we're gonna build this together, right? Remember, we're symbiotic here. We're not parasitic. I'm not just giving you free laughs, right? It's at the price of a like, or a comment. Hey, tell me my nose is actually more sideways than it every week. Every week it's getting more and more close to my nose. I'm okay with that. You guys can comment stuff like that. It won't hurt my feelings at all. You can on Father's Day, you guys could do Father's Day jokes. I wouldn't be able to partake, but you get it. You get what I'm getting at. You get it. You get it. But yeah, no. Look, I love you guys so much. Don't talk yourselves into trouble, and have a good week. Peace. Isn't that so funny? Look at me spray painting those letters. You should definitely not take this time to like and subscribe to my channel and put all alerts on for new videos.